Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera from MDC Trading Academy with our pre-market forecast for today, Friday, March the 22nd. News items for today. Nothing on the news docket on to be concerned with this morning. So let's move right into our analysis with our daily chart. Market continues to exhibit strength to the upside. Remember, we had spoken about this very key resistance area. It was a double top, triple top, an area that had wreaked havoc in the market for quite some time. We are breaking above it, clearly breaking above it with a lot of volume. Very rarely, see this bar up here to the upside? Very rarely do we get the kind of days that we had on a couple of days ago on Wednesday, where we have such high volume through the upside. This is a bar that's completely upside, and we have 1.3 million contracts traded. Our average is up to 1.1 million once again, and our ATR remains over 400. Over 14. We're expecting more continuation to the upside. Obviously, we're going to find resistance here in every way, and every time we find a high on the upside. Every time we establish a new high, we're going to find resistance there. We're going to pull back. We're going to run forward. That's just the way the market is moving to the upside. This is nothing new. Remember the old adage in Wall Street: we move. When we go up up the stairs. When we come down the escalator. But the market is holding resiliently here. We ran up. We use this former resistance areas as support, use it as a launch pad to move higher, and today we have a little bit of a pullback from the high established on FOMC day. Let's look at our projection chart here, chart that shows us more or less where market areas are going to be moving. We have marked this particular huge rectangle of resistance and support about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. We've had it up here for a while. Actually, it goes back even further than that. What do? We established two very key support and resistance areas where the market is going to be moving from and moving through. Remember, this here was the bottom. Market came up, started to go up to the upside. Here's our oscillating market between areas previously established. We came and tested this area several times. We're pulling back and now using one of our previous resistance areas now as support. This helps us to understand market movement in a more macro way. We don't necessarily make trading decisions from here, but it gives us a good idea of where we can expect market to be oscillating or moving to. Let's look at our analysis chart. This is closer to our trading style here because it's a chart without indicators, and we find ourselves between yesterday's intraday high and low, and there's a huge gap between the two. I mean, we're talking about, let's see, we're at 28.19. Let's just make it 28.20 just to round it off. 28.20 to 28.66. We're talking about 46 points. A gap of 46 points between the areas. So that's why we have such movement. I mean, the market can potentially continue to the downside and come retest this area right here. It can potentially just be a retracement, and we measure our Fibonacci retracements from the intraday high and intraday low. Market can come down all the way to here and still be considered just a retracement for more continuation up. So we have a little bit of a mixed day. In these types of day, let's just go with the overall strength. If we go to our trade chart, we can see it a little bit more clearly here. We can see the overall strength. You see the market came off the highs, kind of consolidated, broke down, consolidated here again, and then it broke down again. So here, this is what it did. So we have a support area here, a resistance area here, and we have a support area here. So the market ran, created a bottom and a top, it broke through, so we can expect a little bit of movement to the downside. I'm not necessarily agreeing that it's going to go all the way down here. I think it's probably just going to go lower and probably find some support before it moves higher, but we'll see what happens. The thing is, right now, market is expected to move a little lower, so just make sure that you look for deeper pullbacks and make sure you're protecting your stop. Have a great trading session, a great weekend. Let us know if you have any questions. Ciao.